It was a calm, sunny afternoon when I returned to my cabin, eager to relax after a long week of work. As I turned the corner to my driveway, I saw something that made my blood boil. My neighbor, Karen from the HOA, was parked in front of my garage, her golf cart plugged into the outlet I used to power my tools and other essentials. Of course, Karen had no regard for boundaries or privacy, and as usual, she had decided to help herself to my power without asking. I pulled into my driveway, and despite the rush of anger, I kept my cool. I watched her from the window, smirking as she casually fiddled with her golf cart's controls, completely oblivious to the fact that she was using MY electricity. I thought about confronting her right then, but then I remembered my father's old advice: sometimes patience is the best way to teach a lesson. So I decided to let her keep charging for now, all the while plotting my perfect response. Karen, being the type to overestimate her entitlement, never considered that I might be watching her every move. I left the cabin, pretending to be too absorbed in my phone to notice her as she continued to charge her cart. After all, it was a bright, warm day, and she surely had no idea how close I was to finally giving her what she deserved. As I quietly walked to the side of my cabin, I noticed a large bucket of ice water sitting on the porch from the previous weekend's party. I grinned to myself. This was the perfect moment to make a statement without saying a word. I grabbed the bucket, carried it over to the corner of the garage, and waited. Karen, still unaware of my presence, was now happily absorbed in whatever mundane task she thought was important. With a calculated move, I picked up the bucket, approached the golf cart, and upended the entire thing over the charging port of her cart. The result was instant. Sparks flew, and the sound of the electric motor whining as it short-circuited filled the air. Karen jumped back in surprise, her eyes wide as she realized what had just happened. I stood there, barely able to contain my laughter as her face turned bright red with embarrassment. "Oh, Karen," I said sweetly, "next time, maybe you'll ask before using other people's electricity." With that, I turned on my heel and walked back into my cabin, leaving her to deal with the mess. The satisfaction of watching her scramble to fix her mistake was more than worth the minor inconvenience of cleaning up afterward.